Story problem. Are you kidding me? Well, 16. Joaquim has a goal to earn at least $600 this summer mowing lawns. He will earn $40 per yard that he mows. How many lawns does he need to mow to reach his goal? Write and solve an inequality. I kind of underlined the keywords there. At least is a keyword. 640 are my numbers that I'm going to use. When it says how many lawns, that's what I want to know. So that's going to determine how I define my variable. X is going to be the number of lawns. All right, so I think the best way for me to think about it is look at this first sentence. Joaquim, the money he makes, he wants it to be at least 600. He wants it to be bigger than 600. Okay, so then the question then is, well, how do I find out how much money he's making? The problem tells me he's making money by mowing lawns and he's getting $40 per yard. So if he gets $40 per yard, and I multiply that by the number of yards, so 40 times x, I want that number to be bigger than 600. So I just wrote an inequality. 40x is greater than or equal to 600. So then I solve it. Let's see, I'm going to write it one more time. Divide both sides by 40. So the number of lawns, x represents the number of lawns, needs to be greater than or equal to 15. So he needs to mow at least 15 yards. There you go. 17. For Christmas decorations, the Robinson family needs at least 450 feet of white Christmas lights. Walmart sells lights in packages of 60 feet. How many packages do they need to buy? How many packages? Let's say P is equal to packages, because that's what I want to know. That's my variable, the mystery number, packages. Write and solve an inequality again. All right, well, right up front it told me that I need the lights, need at least 450. So I need the number of lights to be at least 450. Well, similar to the problem above, how do I figure out how many lights I have? Well, 60 feet per package. Per package, so I'm going to take 60, multiply it by the number of packages I buy. So that'll tell me how many feet I'm getting. I want this should be feet, not lights, that junk. Come on. Feet, I want the feet to be at least 450. So 60 times the number of packages, I want that to be at least 450. So then I've written the inequality, now I solve it. Divide by 60. So 450 divided by 60 is 7.5. Now if you show up at Walmart and say I want 7.5 packages of lights, they will look at you weird. So you should probably buy 8 packages to be safe. The question asked how many packages? 8 packages. Mrs. Killebrew throwing a Halloween party at a local restaurant. The maximum number of people allowed in the restaurant is 75. So far she has invited 35 people. What is the maximum number of additional people Mrs. Killebrew can invite? Write and solve an inequality. Now this is a problem you might be able to look at right away and say, oh, it's 40. And you're right. the first keyword I saw was maximum. So if I'm writing an inequality, maximum means, well, I can't go over 75. I need it to be less than 75. 75 is the max. So it has to be less than or equal to 75. So I need the people to be less than 75. So right now there's 35 people plus the people we haven't invited, the additional people. All of that has to be less than 75. That's my inequality, and then pretty simple to solve. So the number of people, the additional invites has to be less than or equal to 40. Story problems ain't so bad.